Hey, this is Matt with Alpha Analyst, and in this video, we're going to go over how to filter data in Microsoft Excel. Filtering data is a great way to be able to quickly pull out the proverbial needle in the haystack as you start analyzing your data. All right, let's get started. So in this table of data right here, you'll see that there are little icons to the right side of each of the headings. So for example, next to name, there's a little drop-down box. So how did we get that to show up? We got that to show up from the data menu. So here's what we're going to do. So after we have the data already available in Microsoft Excel, we're going to click on the row, that's the heading. So we're going to click on row 6, and then on the data tab, we're going to click on filter. Okay, after doing that, you'll see that there's a little drop-down box next to each of these headings. So now that we have that drop-down box, we're able to filter for different types of criteria. So let's say, for example, we want to filter for only Bill and Cindy. We can simply uncheck this button right here, and we can check Bill and Cindy and hit OK. So now our data is filtered just for Bill and Cindy. If we want to filter for people who only have master's degrees, we can filter this for only masters. And there are a couple ways to do this. One way is to uncheck the bachelor's and the PhD. And the other option is to uncheck all of them and then check on the masters. So here are the people who have master's degrees. So as you start analyzing data, you might be interested to find out different types of summary data. So now that you have the people with the master's degrees, you can take a quick look to see what their average salary is. So if you highlight their salaries and bonus, if you come down here, you can see on average it's $128,000. Let's say that we want to filter for people with a certain salary range. So there are a couple ways to do this. One way is to go to the number filters and let's go search for something. Let's search for everybody that makes greater than $200,000 per year. So we can say is greater than 200,000, and we can say and is less than 300,000. So there are lots of different options that we could do. Let's just keep it simple and say greater than 200,000. So there are two people that make more than $200,000. And you can see some criteria about these people. One has a master's degree, one has a bachelor's degree, and they both have a lot of experience. So it looks like the experience and the CPA designations could be contributing to their relatively high salaries. On the other end of the spectrum, let's look at people that are making a little bit less. So let's go click on this drop-down box and go to number filters. And over here, let's say less than. So where it says is less than, let's type in $100,000. Okay, so these are the people who are making less than $100,000. So this person, Timothy, he has only a bachelor's degree and only 2 years of experience. So that might be explaining why he's not necessarily making as much as the other people that we saw before. So if you want to get rid of the filter, instead of having to click individual items, you can also click this right here, which says clear the filter. And if you do that, automatically it will clear the filter. You can also search for multiple things at the same time. So let's say you want to search for everybody that has a CPA certification as well as a CFA certification. You can select yes for both of those, and only people who meet both criteria will show up in that list. So now you should have a basic overview of how to use filtering in Microsoft Excel to be able to cut the data that you have to hone in on specific parts of the data that interest you. Thanks for watching.